They got shut out by the San Francisco 49ers. Now, Bobby, I'm not going to delay your time whatsoever.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to get shut out. I mean, you would think, whether you're getting a field goal or something, I mean, don't you have to score to win? I think if you have 0 points,
the rules.
No, then you could say, look, if they don't score, we can't lose. And then it could be 0-0 forever. I don't know. It was so frustrating.
I'm playing soccer here.
You don't have a draw.
Right.
Well, you could have a draw because
this isn't survive the group of 8.
No. What happened in the Browns?
Whatever.
What happened with the Browns and Tampa Bay? They were tied in overtime, so it's not like sudden death like you're gonna have in the postseason. But anyway, it was an embarrassing performance. The Saints want to win. They didn't play like they wanted to win. You have to make plays. I mean, you got to make plays. Your playmakers have to make plays. Isn't Alvin Kamara? I mean, if he wants to get in front of the team and talk, well, you can't be the liability maybe why you're not winning a big game. Come on, 2 fumbles. I'm gonna just start with that. I mean, again, you might say, well, we got to flush this and move on, but we needed to be +2, not -2 in this game. We're -2 in the turnover margin. Now we -14 for the season.
Flush it. Hold on.
Yeah.
We need the plunger because the toilet's backed up.
It's definitely backed up, Christian, I believe. And it's like, listen, and I'm not even going to say, dudes might say, going forward, I don't want to be negative. Can we be even? No, we need to be on the damn plus side. And we get an interception or a positive play. It don't count a penalty. I mean, it just, I don't know. We just, seems like we snake bit. Just looking at again, because the Saints had the longest active NFL streak without being shut out. It was 332 games. You're basically talking about the beginning of the 21st century. But the one thing, the 49ers, a Saints fan really cannot talk smack to a 49ers fan. Old school, new school, whatever, and especially even out there. I mean, other teams we could talk smack to. But our record in San Francisco, we've now won 11 times. We've had 24 losses and 2 ties.
Yeah.
So it's not even a 50-50 proposition. Now, I knew the 49ers defense was good, but I didn't know they were that damn good. I mean, we made them better than what they really were, I think. Now, I don't know. Again, this is something to put a feather in your cap, the modern-day NFL. They have not allowed now a single point in the last 6 quarters. That's a game and a half.
And 4 straight shutouts in the second half.
Yeah, 4 straight shutouts second half. They're not allowed a point now for 6 quarters straight. Look, they had the number 1 run defense. We all knew that. They were giving up 81 yards a game. And what did we end up getting? We got 63. So we couldn't even get what they were giving up. That was number 1. They were giving up 3.4 yard average. We got 2.9. So there's nothing. A scoring defense, they were top 5. They were giving up like 17.3 points a game, which you should win every game. And by the way, you only give up 13 points. Shame on the Saints offense. You should never lose. I'd say if you gave up 13 points or in the teens, you should have a double-digit winning record.
They were lucky to be in this game 13-0, be at -2 against this offense. That's how good the defense played.
Yeah, and then Christian, the one thing that the 49ers are not very good on third down defense or red zone trips. They were 23rd in the league, but we ended up on third down. We were not good. Our defense was very good. We only gave up 38%, but we only converted 36%. Goal to goal. That means you knock it on the door. Obviously 0 for 2. They were 22 ranked in the league, so they were giving up touchdowns when teams got in the red zone. I thought defense overall, like I said, played at a high level. And looking at that scoring defense, you should win. Really.
Bobby, were you ever shut out?
No, I don't think I've ever been shut out in my life. I'm serious. At least scored like, 6 points or something. No, I even remember a game. We were playing the Rams in Anaheim, and Jeff Jarrett might have been 1995, was messing it up, and we're losing 5-0. It was 5-0, and it's in the middle, like towards the end of the fourth quarter. June Jones said, "Go in there, Hebert, do something." And we drove down, got a touchdown. I made a 2-point play. I hit like Ricky Sanders. We won 8-5. How many times we went like 8-5? But no, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to get shut out.
Bobby, if I had told you the Saints' final 3 possessions were 12 plays, and 9 plays, what would you have said to that?
Oh, we're scoring. Well, you have to score. But when you have
There's
those,
nothing to show for it.
I know you have those long sustained drives. That's when you told me that, I was going like 2 12-play drives. Anytime a double-digit drive, you got to get points. Unless you're going all the way down there and you're not converting on a 4th down or you're getting a turnover. But, I mean, you should score. No, if you just told me that, I think you would end up scoring. I thought, again, penalties, I don't know, these officials, Christian, end up calling like 13 penalties. I'd rather it be in single digits for both teams. I thought at times they were way too involved. I remember I was looking at you, I go, 3 straight plays they called a penalty. I said, Christian, they're going to call a penalty again on this play?
Yeah.
You know, 4 straight penalties.
The Saints' final possession on that turned over on downs, they missed Joey Bosa jumping off sides early.
Yes, you see, okay, now that you got to get right. He jumped off sides. You got to get that right, and you can't miss that. When Andy Dalton got sacked, that was a 4th down.
Yeah.
You know, whether you score or not. And I don't know. Your playmakers got to make plays. We got to catch the ball. I mean, we got to make plays. Your playmakers got to make plays, and they all spread it around. You know, Calvin Kamara having 2 fumbles. Chris Olave, that's important. Momentum change in the beginning. You got to catch it. Looking at Johnson. Okay, we've been bragging on the tight end. He had 2 targets, 0 catches. Hit him in the face mask, catch it. Taysom Hill, hit you in the face mask, catch it. Oh, let's put Jameis Winston in there. Oh, he might hit him in the face mask and they won't catch it. So it's like, so you got to make plays as a receiver when given those opportunities. And this is not a winning formula considering they players we rely on heavily to get things done. Alvin Kamara and Taysom Hill had 70 yards combined. Yeah, now we want Taysom Hill by himself to have 70, 75 yards, and Alvin to hit that century mark or above, but they had 70 total yards combined. It was nothing to write home about. It was so disappointing and discouraging that I thought our defense was hanging in there tough. And I was like, well, as long as you did 1 score, you know, well, anything can happen. You know, it's not like you're losing by 3 or 4 touchdowns and you got to really turn things around. You know what I thought, and you brought up Caden Ellis. He continues to be a tackling machine, 12 unassisted tackles, 14 combined. I thought Shai Tuttle came in, had an active game, 5 total tackles. He had a sack, quarterback hurry, tackle for loss. Zach Bond. I thought Zach Bond flashed a few times in there, making plays. Marcus May, I mean, he was in there maybe a handful of plays, but he has not been a difference maker as far as this year. I think Tyrann Mathieu, I mean, if he was younger, he intercepts that ball where he leaves bats it down. That's the only touchdown they made. So just flukish type game, flukish type plays. We cannot take advantage. Think about what happened in the NFC South. Also, okay.
Falcons lost.
Bucks lost. Panthers don't matter. But I think right now, like, because the Falcons and Tampa Bay losing, here's a great opportunity. Now, Christian.
The Panthers matter because you're now in last place.
Well, the thing is, we got to beat them still head to head. I'm telling you, it's good night, Irene. Christian, it's almost good night, Irene, since we didn't beat the 49ers and how poorly we played. But it's really good night, Irene, if we don't beat the Bucks on Monday Night Football. Because it's 2 for 1. It's an NFC South game. I can tell you right now, just to close out the season, now it's almost, hey, you got to run the table. Well, for sure you got to be, because we slipped up. You're going to have to beat Tampa Bay. You have to beat. Well, crashed and burned. But not, we still can maybe put out the fire. We almost, Chris. We can, you know, it's like that person who fell off the cruise ship. You know, he didn't give up.
Treading water.
He kept treading water like 15 hours, and they finally found him. Well, we're treading water. You can't give up. So you got to beat Tampa Bay, and then we all know you got to beat Tampa Bay, Atlanta, and Carolina, and then we'd have to upset the Eagles on New Year's Day. Now, I don't know. Anything can happen. Listen, I'm telling you, if you -2 you're not winning jack. I don't care who you playing. You need to be +2. And that's been one of the most disappointing things to show you how bad things have gone. I don't know. I thought Will Lutz was out of his funk. And then even then, when you need that field goal, you got to count those points. And I think Blake Gillikin's still kicking at a high rate. He had 2 kicks inside the 20. He averaged 46 yards a punt. He had a long punt of 57. But Christian, way too many players that we're counting on not making plays. And we kind of spoke. We were used to our top
Not
players
just making plays, making mistakes, Bobby.
Well, yeah, but making mistakes. But I mean, okay, no, making plays. I'm talking about you don't have to do nothing miraculous. How about just catch the ball?
Right.
Just catch it. Just catch it. You could just fall down. Just catch it.
We didn't see this type of game this year, but it seems like almost every week it's the same movie over and over.
It's like a nightmare. Yeah, no,
and you want to walk out on it because you've already seen it. The Saints lose games this year in a variety of ways. They're creating new ways to lose games.
Well, we're on the edge of the cliff, and I'm barely holding on. But you can't, Christian, I'm telling you, Monday night against Tampa, that's going to be critical. Whether, they throw you a bone or not. Oh, well, look, it ain't, over. But I'm telling you, when you think about this, that, it's frustrating because we're used to going on winning streaks. We have not won back-to-back games this year. Well, I would thought at least we'd have won like 2 in a row. And then, how you close out the half to have some momentum. We've allowed now 50 points in the final 2 minutes this season. Now, that's not good by the defense.
What does Sean Payton always talk about? Situational football, going into the locker room
and then coming out. Yeah, going into halftime and coming out at halftime. No, that we've given up. We allowed 50 points in the final 2 minutes this season.
All right, it's the point after. Your calls are next here on the Community Coffee New Orleans Saints Radio Network.